I think it's very possible that the large public Bitcoin miners diversifying into crypto and AI will mark an obvious bottom in hindsight. The Bitcoin mining industry desperately needs the price of Bitcoin to move higher here. It's now been over 2 months since the 2024 Bitcoin block subsidy halving, where the amount of new coins released to miners every 10 minutes dropped from 6.25 Bitcoin to 3.125 Bitcoin. We're seeing hash rate continue to drop, and a downward difficulty adjustment of around 8% is expected in about a week. Of course, some of this could be from summer curtailment activities, where miners enrolled in demand response programs are incentivized to turn off machines and redirect the energy to consumers and businesses on the grid who are running their AC at full blast in the 90 or 100-degree heat. But I'm sure there are some smaller or less efficient miners who are not profitable and are actively shutting down their operations. We've had a number of downward difficulty adjustments despite new machines constantly getting plugged in and replacing older machines. And the hash ribbons metric continues to show this miner capitulation is ongoing, active, and significant. The current miner capitulation has lasted 48 days, despite a 1 to 2 day pause as noted by the hash ribbons metric. This is now the longest Bitcoin miner capitulation since the bottom of the 2022 bear market. On top of machines going off, there's somewhat of a new form of Bitcoin miner capitulation in the public markets. It's public Bitcoin miners diversifying toward AI or crypto. We see many public miners saying they're getting more involved in the HPC, high performance computing industry, where they own and operate the data centers running fleets of NVIDIA GPUs. We've also started to see some public miners try to juice their margins by experimenting with mining overvalued altcoins, like Mara mining a crypto called Caspa, which I hope they sell for Bitcoin. Now, I don't blame any of these public miners for diversification. The outlook for the Bitcoin mining market looks very bleak, as it usually does after halving, and they need the price of Bitcoin to go in a significant bull market soon. Ironically, now is probably the best time to break into the mining market because almost everyone is scared to enter it, so assets are priced fairly cheap. So what's the point of all this? In my opinion, we are still in the very early stages of Bitcoin's monetization. This monetization process, also known as hyper-Bitcoinization, has been occurring fairly rapidly for 15 years now. Bitcoin has had a 200% compound annual growth rate for the last 14 years. That's pretty insane growth. I would personally argue that global Bitcoin adoption is also still less than 1%, and the price of Bitcoin has so much more room to run higher. So 12 to 18 months from now, in hindsight, it will be clear that miners should not have been pivoting away from mining Bitcoin. Instead, they should have been doubling down in order to mine cheap Bitcoin below $100,000 per coin.